Let me tell you a story. A true one, as true as these woods are deep. Pull your chair closer to the fire, now. The shadows are long tonight. You see, there was once a man named Leo. Not a bad man, mind you. Just a fool. The worst kind of fool, the one who believes a map can hold the whole world in its little lines and ink-stained corners. He made maps for a living. And when he heard about the forest the locals wouldn't name, the one they just called the Hush, well, his hand twitched for his pen. They warned him at the last tavern before the mountain pass. An old woman with eyes the color of wet slate. She said, "That forest doesn't appear on any map for a reason, son. It doesn't want to be found. And it remembers everyone who finds it anyway." Leo laughed. He bought a second canteen and a coil of rope and left at dawn. Now, listen close. This is where the telling gets strange. He crossed the pebble border at first light. And the moment his boot touched the first root, the world behind him softened. Like a painting left out in the rain. The path he'd walked, gone. The birdsong, snuffed out like a candle. He walked into a silence so complete, he could hear the tiny bones in his own ears creak. The trees began to bend. Not in the wind, there was no wind, but toward him. Just a little. Just enough to make the hair on his neck stand up and beg to run. He should have turned back then. But Leo was a man of straight lines and compass bearings. And his compass, bless its little heart, had already begun to spin. Hours passed. Or minutes. In the hush, time gets lost. It slips between the moss and the mulch and forgets to move. He came to a creek, and there in the mud, and here's the part that still makes my blood run cold, he saw a footprint. A child's bare foot, by the look of it. But the toes had pressed down with terrible weight, as if whatever made that print had been standing on its tiptoes for a very long time. Waiting. Leo, fool that he was, followed it. The forest repeated itself then. You know how a nightmare does. The same split tree. The same log with the same gray fungus. He walked past them 3 times. The 4th time, he sat down and laughed, a sharp, ugly laugh, because his compass was just a spinning coin now, and the sun hadn't moved an inch. And that's when he heard the breathing. Not with his ears. Inside. Behind his eyes. A slow, wet, patient breath. Like something sleeping just beneath his skin. He stood up. He called out. His voice came out thin and reedy, like a mouse begging a hawk. The forest answered. A laugh. High and splintered. Not from one place. From every place. From the bark of the trees. From the stones under his feet. From the very air, which had grown thick and sweet and wrong, like honey left too long on a dead man's tongue. He ran. Oh, how he ran. Branches grabbed his coat. Roots rose up like arthritic fingers. And the trees, now listen, because this is where you must believe me, the trees began to sweat. A sticky, amber sap that smelled of flowers and rot. It dripped on his shoulders, on his hair, and wherever it touched, his skin went numb. He burst into a clearing, A ring of black stones, like crooked teeth. And in the center, a birch sapling. No taller than his knee. But its leaves were the color of dried blood. And wrapped around its trunk, two pale arms, fading into mist at the elbows. They held the sapling like a mother holds a child, or like a cage holds a bird. The breathing stopped. The whole forest stopped. And then the sapling turned. Not bent. Turned. A slow, grinding rotation, like a key in a lock. And a face pushed out of the bark. Not carved. Not painted. Pushed, like a drowning man breaks the surface. Hollow eyes. A mouth sewn shut with black thorns. And yet, somehow, it whispered.
Leo.
Leo, it said. How it knew his name, I cannot tell you. You stepped where the soil forgets to be dirt.
Now you will stay until it remembers your shape.
And it has a very long memory. He tried to scream. I know he did. I have seen men try to scream when the dark comes for them. But his throat filled with moss. Green and soft and growing. He clawed at his neck. His fingernails came away covered in tiny leaves. The arms pulled him in. Now. 3 days later, a search party found his compass, lying in the pebble border at the edge of the hush. The needle was still spinning. They called his name until their throats were raw. Nothing answered. But on the last day, a local girl, one of the old woman's grandchildren, walked to the edge of the trees and pointed. There, she said. A new birch. And sure enough, where the clearing had been, a sapling stood. Pale. Smooth. Its bark warm to the touch, like a sleeping thing. And if you press your ear to it, I have done this thing. If you press your ear to its trunk, you can still hear a heartbeat. Slow. Patient. Waiting. So that's the story of Leo the mapmaker. And the forest that doesn't forgive. And why, when you walk in old woods, you should never follow a footprint that looks too small. And if you hear breathing where no breath should be, run. But not toward the edge. The edge is where it waits. Now pass the whiskey, friend. My throat is dry. And I'd rather not think about how those trees look tonight. Close to my window. So, very close.
Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe for more stories like this.